children's book festival.
Michelle will start since you are in front here. Yes, let's go.
Princess Nkasire and Princess Siseng rode the majestic horses over the lush hills that overlook the busy village. Princess Nkasire was in
awe.
Wow, everything looks so beautiful and perfect in your land. Siseng expect those ugly birds hovering about. I do not think they fit in your lovely village at all. Do you mean the vultures?
Just
Princess Siseng asked. Yes, the vultures. Those evil-looking birds. Princess Nkasire answered as she scrunched up her brows.
Good.
Well, since my grandfather, the great king Sodam, invited the vulture king to live side by side with us, our people haven't suffered any plagues. Our land has remained clean and beautiful because we live in harmony with the clean up crew, Siseng said.
Well done. Applause, round of applause. Okay, who's next? Aima is next. Gabriel, you want to read? Do you know how to read?
The cleanup crew, asked Princess Nkasire, as she pointed. The cleanup crew, asked Princess Nkasire, as she pointed at the committee of vultures perched on a nearby tree. Smiled Princess Siseng. The vultures help keep our environment clean. They fly over the kingdom every day to eat up organic waste. No filth or disease is spread over the land and into our water. They also eat the dead, rotting animals that other creatures cannot eat or digest. They do? Asked Princess Nkasire in surprise. Many years ago, we built special nests for the three vulture kings. Angulu, the hooded vulture, Igu, the Egyptian vulture, and Udele, the white-headed vulture. Their population grew over time. Princess Nkasire was crestfallen. Sadly, in my village, we have epidemics every year. Our people and animals fall ill from contaminated air, water, and soil. We have no vultures. You need to invite them back, exclaimed Princess Siseng. Yes, we must, Princess Nkasire said with a sigh.
Thank you. Who's next? You want to read? Okay, come up.
Back in Donga Kingdom, Princess Nkasire asked her father, King Nda, why the vultures were sent away from the land. We must invite the vultures back. They can help keep our environment clean, she cried. Her father said, our forefather King Imoken once built monoliths in honor of the three vulture kings. These vultures glided over the land and kept it clean. However, after King Imoken's reign, the new king, Adi, changed everything. Why did he do that, Father Nkasire inquired. I'll tell you the whole story, King Nda said to his daughter. You see, King Adi only wanted colorful birds in the kingdom. He felt the vultures were too ugly for his majestic palace. Farmers complained that vultures ate their chickens. Midwives claimed the vultures had caused mothers to lose their babies. Blacksmiths accused vultures of bad luck. Hunters poisoned many vultures who got in their way while hunting. Timber loggers, too, cut down trees with vultures nesting them.
Okay. Thank you. Did you read it? Who's next? Who wants to read next? Elizabeth, you want to read?
The people cheered while the king drove the vultures away. They destroyed the monoliths. Only chickens, ducks, peacocks, parrots, and geese were allowed in the village. Not long after, the vultures were sent away. Rotten animals, dead creatures, and organic waste littered the streets and forests. Swarms of flies invaded the village. There was no one to clean up. Dogs were brought in to clean up the mess, but they got infected with worms and diseases. The dogs, in turn, infected their owners, and sickness became rampant. Deadly plagues spread everywhere.
Okay, so I'll just compare. So can we go back to how Princess Nkasire's village looked? The villagers soon realized that they had made a grave mistake. King Adi tried to clean up the mess he had created, so he asked the crocodile king for help. "I do not eat rotten things. Go away!" the crocodile king snapped. So King Adi went to the elephant king. "I do not eat flesh. Go away!" he trumpeted. The king then walked deep into the forest to beg the lion king. Sadly, he never returned. Until today, they wonder what happened to that king. Princess Nkasire interrupted her father. "Why not ask the vulture kings? Maybe if we rebuilt their nest and asked for forgiveness, they would return." The king agreed. So, early the next day, King Ida rode out to the abode of the vulture kings. He told them Princess Nkasire and the villagers were building special nests for them. The vulture kings agreed to return. But of course, you can see that they were upset. Like, oh, after you thought we were not important, now you are coming to beg us. But thankfully, the vultures are very kind birds, so they agreed to return. So Angulu flew to the north, Igun flew to the west, and Udele flew to the east. Each vulture king had a flock of 1,000 birds. The kettle of vultures could see carrion and carcasses from up to 2 kilometers away. That's how good their eyesight is. With their strong wings, they swooped down to eat them up. On the ground, a wake of vultures ate up every carcass they found. Using their powerful beaks, they tore up the carcasses. Then, they dipped their featherless heads deep into what they ate till they picked the bones clean. Their strong gastric juices in their stomachs broke down flesh, neutralizing the bacteria and pathogens in their food. So, as they cleared the land of contaminants, the plants blossomed, the air and water became clean again. Then the plague ended. King Inda rebuilt the 3 monoliths in honor of the vulture kings. They still stand there today. The villagers vowed never to harm vultures again. They promised to protect them. Then they took to the streets, dancing and chanting, "Thank you, cleanup crew. Thank you, our frontline defenders." So let's give a round of applause to the vultures. So we see how important vultures are. So I know some of you have heard stories of how bad they are or they are scary, but the thing is they are very important in our environment. Where we do not have vultures, we will get sick. The environment will be dirty. All the diseases will spread all across the land. There will be plagues, there will be epidemics, but vultures help to keep our environment clean. Okay, so even though that was a story, a fiction, the truth is in real life we have vultures and they really affect our environment. And remember what I said to you about vultures. I said they are endangered. Do we know what endangered means? Yeah, endangered means that their numbers are going really low and very soon we will not have them again. So we have important vultures that are endangered in Nigeria. One of them is the white-headed vulture. We'll start with the hooded vulture. So we have the hooded vulture. The hooded vulture is called the hooded vulture because it's got something on his head, just like Foge's hood. So that's why it's called the hooded vulture. You see all that furry, hairy, feathery things on his head? Yes. And then we have the Egyptian vulture. The Egyptian vulture is white. A lot of people think that vultures are only black, but we have some white ones, like this Egyptian vulture. And you know what's cool about this Egyptian vulture? It can break an egg. So it will pick up a stone and break an egg. And sadly, this vulture is endangered as well. So we need to do everything that we can to protect them. Then we have the white-headed vulture. Why do you think it's a white-headed vulture? Yes. Yes. So, yes. So we need to do everything that we can to protect the vultures, okay? All right. Thank you, everyone.
Mariam Longe. Mariam is a television personality with over 4 years of experience in co-hosting and leading conversations on diverse issues. She is an environmentalist, author, and accountability coach. She has authored a book for children called Vultures to the Rescue, The Cleanup Crew, which speaks about the important role that vultures play in keeping the balance of our ecosystem. This book is her special way of introducing children and normalizing the topic of environmental protection and conservation amongst our young children.